North Sea oil. Good evening. This is London Radio. Welcome to Man in the Street. Our programme tonight is about North Sea oil. Oil was first discovered beneath the North Sea in the late 1960s. Since then, more and more oil has been found off the coasts of Britain and is being brought ashore. We aren't going to become very rich, but we must decide how to spend the oil revenues. Our interviewer went into the streets to ask people their opinion. He asked, if you were the Prime Minister, what would you do with the money?
Well, of course I'm not the Prime Minister, but if I were, I'd spend the money on more hospitals and schools. We need more doctors, nurses and teachers. Classes are too big. If classes were smaller, children would learn more. And there aren't enough nurses either, because salaries are too low. If the salaries were higher, more people would become nurses. Money which is spent now on education and health is an investment for the future.
I think the answer is quite simple. Taxes are much too high in this country, aren't they? I would reduce them. If we reduced taxes, people would have more money. If they had more money, they'd spend more. Industry would have to produce more, so it would need more workers. There would be more jobs, and we would all be richer.
I'm very worried about inflation. I'd try to control prices. If I were the Prime Minister, I'd reduce the price of gas, coal and electricity. If we did that, everybody would benefit, wouldn't they? Food is much too expensive. I'd encourage the farmers to produce more food more cheaply. However, there are some things that I certainly wouldn't do. I certainly wouldn't build more roads, and I wouldn't spend money on guns and tanks and warplanes.
There's too much crime and violence nowadays. There aren't enough policemen on the streets. I'd increase the size of the police force, and I'd increase their salaries. If we had more policemen, we'd all feel safer. I'd also increase old age pensions. I've worked hard all my life, and I should have a reasonable standard of living.